In high school, I remember very clearly the coach saying, like, you know, you're not gonna make the team. And it was something that was, like, crushing. In terms of, like, just wanting something and, you know, not getting it.
When somebody cuts you off, it's not easy. And it's probably one of the hardest moments that you live in your life. But after a while, when you settle down again and you just get back on focus, that's for sure a great motivation, which is, I'm gonna prove you wrong, which is, I'm gonna prove me right. I can make it.
I was literally working as hard as I possibly could. Like I was, you know, jumping rope for 30 minutes a day. I was waking up at 5 o'clock. I was doing ball handling drills. I was shooting by myself after practice, literally 500 shots a day. So I transferred schools and had a wonderful experience. I went and found a team, St. Mary's. I ended up being a role player on a state championship team that next year. And then that senior year, we moved up to the top division in California, and we played against the team that I got cut from. We won that game, and I started the game. I think I made 3 3-pointers in the first, 90 seconds. And it's just something that motivated me and continues to motivate me to go and chase my dreams.
What he wanted is, I want to live the dream of being in an NBA team and a EuroLeague team. I didn't make it as a player. Why not as a coach?
The two main routes for somebody that's not, you don't have in Spanish, enchufe. If you don't have any kind of in, you either start as a volunteer or you start as a grad assistant. I didn't really want to do either one of those things. I wanted to coach. I had an opportunity to go to Spain and be what I thought was going to be an assistant coach on an under-16 team. And then I showed up for the first practice and the sports director said, you're not going to be the assistant, you're going to be the head coach. And for me, this was wonderful because now it was an opportunity to put some of these things coming from all these different notebooks into practice.
He came to Spain where he didn't knew the language. He had to learn it almost here.
I knew I didn't want to coach a team in English, so I got the guys together and I just said, juntos, duros, positivos, which is together, tough and be positive. That was a very impactful thing for me as a coach because my limited vocabulary required me to keep the message very clear. And I think that was something that still resonates with me today.
He's been always eager to learn from anyone who could just give him new experiences, new information, new knowledge, and that paid off.
He always on the run to prove everyone that he is deserved to be here, deserved to be there, and he does it with a lot of motivation.
6 years in Spain, 1 year in the G League, 3 years in New Zealand, including with the national team, 6 years in Israel in the EuroLeague level with Maccabi Tel Aviv, and 3 years back in the States.
That level of coaching that he was around, worked for a lot of legendary European coaches, trying to gain knowledge from what he picked up over there was super interesting. And then because he was over there for so long, developed a lot of relationships with a lot of the basketball community over there. So that's really helped out in recruiting. I mean, he's a guy that you could literally drop him off into any country really in the world, and he's going to know how to navigate it. He's going to know some basketball person. And because of that, we've been able to, get our hooks into a lot of different recruiting prospects all over the world.
If sometimes he has to take what for some people may seem like a step backward, he has to get the impulse forward in the next step that he's going to take, he doesn't hesitate to do it. He loves being on court. He loves helping players to grow. He loves improving, and that's all what matters for him. If he needs to do things that other people don't want to do because that helps him achieving his goals, he's going to do it.
I love just the stuff that he thinks about. I mean, it's unconventional, and it makes you sit back and man, I want to see this. How is this going to play out, right? You're talking about sacrifice. He's a guy that's sacrificed a lot to put himself in position to have these opportunities that he's had the last few years.
It's been a long journey, and it's been a lot of obstacles. I missed my best friend's wedding. But I'm pretty sure if I would have gone to it, I wouldn't have had a job. Because it was a tough moment in the season, coaching overseas. You can't just take off for 2 weeks. And the fact that I've made it to here, you know, at this university is like, I feel blessed. I really do. I feel like I'm on the right track and just to continue to chase it.
There are those coaches, we stepped into coaching because one dream was cut off. But when you start your coaching career, there's no limit. Limit is the sky. You just look above and there's no ceiling.
I just want to tell Tim thank you, because I honestly believe that without him, that I would not be playing to this day. His energy and his coaching and his belief in me sparked an 11 plus, because I'm still ongoing, year career, and I've got to see so much and do so much and live my basketball dream.
What would you tell yourself that was just told you were going to be cut from the high school team?
Just keep going. The darkest moment of the night is right before the sunrise.